The Lagos State government says close monitoring exercise will commence on that axis in order to put an end to illegal construction on the island.
The Lagos State Commissioner for Waterfront Infrastructure Development, Ekundayo Alebiosu, and his counterpart in charge of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, kicks off the Waterways inspection from the 5-carry terminal, Palomo. The assignment for the day is to identify illegal activities and unapproved construction ongoing on the waterways.
Everybody should stop work.
The first stop is Queen's Drive in the Ikoyi area of Lagos Island, where a building under construction was sealed for contravening physical planning laws. The property owner was issued stop work order 2 weeks ago, but ignored the directive.
I knew about this, and someone was supposed to go up.
What was, and did they get clearance?
I don't know.
If they didn't get clearance, so who gave the resume work order? Who gave the resume work order?
Taking a view of Osborne Foreshore, Banana Island as well as Lekki Foreshore, while on the waterways to have a glimpse of property owners who've engaged in illegal dredging and land reclamation. After the inspection exercise, the Commissioner for Waterfront and Infrastructure Development asked developers to get approval before dredging.
We have issues of illegal, I call them illegal and indiscriminate dredging, because of course when you dredge sand from somewhere, it reclaims itself, and that's what's affecting our beaches. The water goes and tries to what's the word now? It tries to feeling for where sand has been taken out. I'm not saying we shouldn't dredge. We need to dredge sand. Sand is the second most sought after natural resource in the world after water. But the question or the issue that's involved here is that we need to control, we need to do sand search, we need to know where there's adequate sand, we need to control the number of people dredging there, we need to move elsewhere, and we should be able to tell them, okay, you have to live here for the next few years, let it reclaim itself and move elsewhere. And that's the reason why we're saying there's need to control. We do give approval for land reclamation, and that's why quite a number of people have sent in requests to be granted permission to reclaim lands, even islands. Unfortunately, we have cases of several people from coming going on water with the Honorable Commissioner, the PS of Fiscal Planning as well, and the PS of Waterfront. We had to go out together so that we can have the arrow pierces with one point. And of course, you saw that they did stop. As regards the requirements, we have to thank Physical Planning very much, because they have helped to make sure that quite a number of applications are turned down. Because in some cases, you have to be smart. They keep coming up with new ways, new means, and find a way through the back door to get to physical planning. However, they sent them back to Waterfront to go make sure that they get the clearance. And that way, we're able to determine who actually has been granted approval to reclaim. Outside of that, they even need to go to the environment to get their drainage applications looked through. They need the EIA reports. They need the TIA report from transport. We need to see the titles. They demand for the titles to make sure that they're indeed the true owners. We require for the bath survey, the hydrographic survey, and several other things.
For the Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, those found guilty of illegal construction will face the full wrath of the law.
Laws are clear, establishing physical planning in the states, that all development needs to get approval before you commence construction. And not only that, you also need our control in terms of certifying the stages, the various stages of construction. So even if you have approval and the construction is done without control, you still violate the law. But most importantly, on the waterway, as we've seen today, majority of them probably do not have approval, which we have marked, and we are going to compel them to do what is lawful. Those of them that have approval, because it's a waterfront property, they have extended beyond what was approved. Some of them have even gone building fairly above what was approved in terms of number of heights. So all these will stop the site, and they're going to meet us, we're going to review it, and they're going to be penalized according to the law. So I'm using this opportunity to warn our brothers and sisters who are in the habit of doing this that they should stop and come forth to do the right thing.
Lagos is a low-lying area replete with structures that threaten the state due to climate change. The state government says it's ready to go after those involved in illegal construction to keep the city safe.